Hello. Alright, we are the Geeks and Degenerates. Today we are doing, as you've seen in thumbnail and description, The Lion King. I am Enzo. This is my forever co-host John. But since our people have already talked high praises about this movie, I don't think we have anything else to add aside from I really like this movie. When you were a kid,
I
did you like it?
enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Like, okay, not gonna lie, I don't really see the hype in it, but like,
How dare you?
I know the songs are great, but like, I don't know. I was more of a Treasure Planet kind of kid. I was like, wow, that guy has a flying hoverboard,
Okay.
instead of like, some animals in the Sahara.
Yeah, well, I mean, I grew up on stories of me. I was constantly told, like, when I was a kid, this would be my go to. This and Jurassic Park. Like, parent, mom would come home and I'd be watching Lion King, and then she would leave for work the next day, and then I would wake up and watch The Lion King again.
Again.
Yeah. Uh,
Uh,
but the opening's pretty cool. Like, it's one of the most famous animated openings of all time. Like, you hear the shouting and you see the sunrise, and you just see all the animals gather to bow down to the king, their predator. Well, some of the animals are fine, like the elephants and rhinos. The rest are like, we're fucked.
yeah, but like, I was like, I don't know how this animal kingdom works. Is there a hierarchy?
Yeah,
And like, do the prey have, like, do they consider the prey's own judgment? Like,
yeah,
hey, we'll take in consideration your, situation. Like, oh, I don't like being eaten from time to time. I will think about it.
yeah. Can we take your elderly and some of your young? Sure.
Maybe.
And that's the shitty exchange of like, you can take some of our more useless members of the herd, and we'll just be on our way. Like, okay, sure.
Yeah, I feel like there's a broken system.
Yeah. But not really getting into that, you know, what makes the Lion Kingdom the Lion Kingdom. Like, I do like the voice assembly. Like, you got James Earl
It's
motherfucking
Joe
Jones
Jones.
as
Yeah.
Mufasa from The Force is strong with you, young Skywalker, to everything the light touches is ours, Simba. Of course, you got
Yeah.
Jeremy Irons as Scar, one of the best best Disney villains in general, I would say.
Mm.
Sticking him to
Agreed.
like animated is just doing him injustice. Uh, and from the get go, you're like, even though you're like, yeah, Scar is the main antagonist, you still like the guy until a point which we'll get to later. And you're like, you know what? If Scar Watchers wasn't such a douchebag, I feel like he would be the kind of uncle I would vibe with. Like, alright, he's cool.
Okay, question. Do you remember the sequel?
Kovu and Kiara? I discovered it
Yeah.
recently. Like, I was talking with my sister. I was like, I can't believe there's a show called The Lion Guard, and they introduced two characters called Kiara and Kovu. She's like, oh, they've always been there. I was like, what do you mean? Yeah, in the sequel for Lion King. I was like, what the hell? I didn't.
Yeah. Like, you have emo boy and then very prissy girl. Like, like the daughter of the king, while the black sheep of the family
Yeah.
fell in love. Wait a minute. They're cousins.
You know what? Let's not think about it too much.
Wait, ew! I
Did you
just
know
remembered.
the daughter is voiced by Sydney Prescott's actress?
No.
Yeah,
Oh.
Nev Campbell. But going back to this movie, like, it's just nice hearing all the voices that you remember from your childhood. You're like, yeah, I remember Nathan Lane as Timon. I remember James Earl Jones as Mufasa. I remember who else? Matthew Broderick as older Simba. Uh,
Yeah.
and the art style too. You're like, God damn, this is such a pretty movie to look at, especially since it is set in the savannah of Africa. And you're like, holy shit, the art style is amazing to look at.
Oh, yeah. Super. Especially the fucking score. The music's fucking great. It is a household, like, wait, who's the composer for this one?
Um, I know the songs were made by, I think, composed by Elton John, and then like the main score is one of Hans Zimmer's earliest works.
Okay. No, that explains a lot.
Yeah,
This is why this shit slaps.
yeah, and like from the get go, the songs are pretty cool. Like, I just want to be king, or poor Zazu's like, look here, you little shit, you're not king yet. Zazu voiced by Rowan Atkinson, Mr. Bean.
Rowan Atkinson. Yeah.
Just
When I found that out, I was like, what the shit? Okay.
just lands and it's like, hello. And then the hyena's voiced by what's her name? Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg. Yeah. I don't know who the other hyenas were, but yeah, the one that stands out is Whoopi.
Yeah, I think the one that has no lines is voiced by Winnie the Pooh's actor, Jim Cummings. Like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Man of range.
Okay.
And this does
It's just the equivalent of like Vin Diesel just playing as Groot.
yeah. Instead of going, I am Groot, it's just, nonsense sounds all the way. You're like, okay, cool. Whatever floats your boat. I think he was in this one, and he was also in, I forgot what comes after. He was in Pocahontas as the bad guy. But Pocahontas, Jim Cummings was like the main colonizer.
Okay.
Yeah. But this, in my opinion, does have the best villain song in any Disney movie.
Which one was it?
Be Prepared. Where's
Yeah. That's just badass.
Scar's plotting to kill Mufasa, and you have like Nazi goose-stepping hyenas. You're like, what the shit?
Yeah, they were doing this shit, and I was like, can we do that? I don't know what that's supposed to represent. By the way, having hyenas as your army, I don't think is the best idea.
Yeah, they don't seem that stable. Like, of all the other African predators you could have picked, you had to pick the ones that are like the least cooperative or who are always hungry.
You couldn't find a pack of lions just disagreeing with this hierarchy,
right?
Yeah, like no, I had to get the most unstable and the ones that could actually kill me if they chose to. Army.
I had to mixture. The song's a mixture of like Jeremy Irons and Jim Cummings, because Jim Cummings takes over by the end, and you're like, yeah, that's definitely not Jeremy Irons. Especially the part when he's like, the point you must get is that you won't get a sniff without me, and you're like, holy shit, I didn't know Winnie the Pooh's actor could be so intense. Cool.
Sorry, hold on. I don't know what that was. Sorry. Yeah.
And this comes all after like Simba goes to the Badlands in the elephant graveyard and is chased by hyenas, and then after.
Okay, not gonna lie, this one kind of stuck into my mind.
Yeah.
Like it is in my head now. Not now. Like when I was a kid, just seeing what an actual elephant's skull looks like.
Yeah.
Always haunted me.
You're
and then
like,
him going through like, the graveyard. It was like a tar pit. I forgot what it was.
yeah. Though seeing the skull, you're like, where does the trunk go?
Right? Like we're looking for the bone for the trunk, but we keep forgetting it's like our penis.
Yeah, it's all muscle.
Exactly.
Interesting point. But yeah, after that we get the stampede scene, and the song for the music for it is intense. You're like, I feel like I'm gonna see a kitten get run over by wildebeest.
Yeah, and if you're like for me, I would always underestimate like the plant eaters, like herbivores. Like the thing that would always scare me was like lions, tigers, hyenas, cheetahs. I keep forgetting blunt force trauma is also bad. Being run over by a gigantic animal is also very scary.
Yeah. Like even poor
Like
Mufasa.
it's not just sharp teeth. Sorry?
Even poor Mufasa gets hit a couple of times, and it's like,
Yeah, try to stay stunned.
yeah, and the wildebeest are like, oh shit, it's the king. Oh fuck, just keep running.
Just keep going. It's a migration.
But he does eventually rescue Simba and is dragged back into the stampede, and then he does make it out to the cliffside, where Scar is just waiting.
Yeah.
And then
Where you would think that, he would help him. Nah, he had that one song that was a little sus. He's not gonna help him.
No. And then we get Scar like pins his paws and just goes, "Long live the king." Just throws him, and as a kid I was like, what? But you're brothers.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. Thus, Cain and Abel's story begins.
Yes, and it's the first time like a lot of audiences were introduced to the concept of death as kids. You're like, oh, traumatizing. Oh no.
Nah, for me, it was that lawyer in that one scene in Jurassic Park.
Okay. But yeah, poor Sim was trying to be like, come on, Dad, get up, get up. And then Scar's like, what have you done? And starts gaslighting poor Simba. Like, wow, you are a piece of shit.
I forgot he dies. Where he's like, "What have you done? Why did you bring him here?" I'm like, "Ah, shit." Kid runs away. Lord. Then he runs into like Timon and Pumbaa, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how this little lion got the good amount of nutrition he needed for God knows how long.
Yeah, he's in
Just
the
by
desert too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a lot to be said that hasn't already been said about Timon and Pumbaa. You're like, yeah, they're the the breath of fresh air after witnessing poor Mufasa be crushed to death. Like, happy memories.
I mean that breath of fresh air came a little too soon. Not a lot of mourning period when his father just died right in front of him.
I think I saw in a YouTube video. I heard from a YouTube video that there was a song that was deleted of like Simba expressing to Timon and Pumbaa what happened. And the test audience were like, "Oh man,
Too depressing." Because they get into Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, pretty quickly. Like, Hakuna Matata, forget about your trauma.
Because like it's so weird because that song's the whole song of that is just it do be like that.
You do see your dad be like beaten up. Like, no.
It happens.
Rewatching it again, like I forgot how striking the Mufasa scene is because he's falling and then it cuts to Simba's face like, ah! Like, oh
Yeah.
man, that's haunting. If you really think about it. Like,
and then we just cut to Hakuna Matata, where we're just like,
yeah,
it do be like that sometimes.
to dead body, to like, forget about your trauma, kid. I don't know how to handle this.
Yeah. And then that song just carries on to his like adulthood.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Meanwhile,
I don't know how that lion was able to sustain by just eating bugs alone.
again, we
Maybe-
already established
good.
that like this is a kingdom where the zebras kneel down to their would-be predator, so it's fine.
Okay.
Even like when Scar's like, all right, Mufasa and Simba are gone, we'll make a coalition between lion and hyena. None of the other lionesses are like, excuse you? The fuck?
Right? Like no one ever thought of like, you're being by like 100 to 1 kind of thing.
Yeah, like we already know how to hunt. Why do we need them? Like
Exactly.
specifically speaking, like we're lionesses, we hunt. Why do we
By
need
the way,
dogs?
Yeah. By the way, I know this is an animation. It's not
Yeah.
real, but hyenas are well equipped to take out the lion.
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't know why y'all underneath them, but okay, I guess it's just to tell a story.
yeah. And then we get like older Simba, and like the main complaint is that older Simba is just vanilla as fuck because he's just like, go save your kingdom, okay. Go do this, okay.
Oh yeah, Rafiki just comes into his life again, just like, hey yo, kingdom's kind of shit since you left. Why not go back? I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very straightforward kind of story.
Took me years,
What can
though.
you do? It's what, 2 hours?
No, not even that. It's like 1 hour and 30.
An hour and 30?
Yeah,
Well, I guess
like when I
can't
rewatched
really-
this, I was like, do I really need to watch all of this? So I started skipping scenes. Like, I know this in my soul already. It's like Jurassic Park at this point. But yeah, older Simba, Matthew Broderick. It took me a while to be like, oh, he's the guy from Godzilla. Okay.
Yeah, Matthew Broderick.
I,
Who voiced Lala?
unknown. Like, I think
Unknown?
she's big on Broadway, but like in like mainstream movies, unknown.
Yeah, because she awakened a lot of furries back in the day.
Man, I do love like their Simba. No, Simba and Nala reunited, and then we get the, I think for me, the most uninteresting song of this pack of like, okay, it's the standard love song. It is sung
No,
beautifully.
is it the Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
Yeah.
I like that song.
I kind of like
Yeah,
be
yeah.
prepared. I kind of like be prepared more out of this pack.
No, it's like you could tell that Elton John was the one who sang this one.
Oh yeah, his version I like too.
Yeah.
But like, if we're being
Or
real,
wrote this one, sorry.
if we're being real, the best love song in any Disney movie isn't in this one. It's in Hercules.
Oh, you're right though. You're right.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Ooh,
Well-
Meg.
So when Nala does the do me eyes, a lot of kids are like, I feel things. No.
Like this Disney introducing us to the fuck me eyes.
Yeah. It's a double. What do you call that? Double
Edge
team.
sword.
Yeah, double
Huh?
team of like Lola Bunny and Nala. Your kids are like, I don't know why I'm feeling these feelings, and then
Oh, no,
a few years
like-
later it's Roxanne. I'm like, why?
I don't want to explain. If you really don't want to explain, the fuck me eyes with Lola Bunny and Nala. But they did it so well. And Lola Bunny is just on a constant, like, that's her standard. The fuck me eyes is just default for her.
Yeah. Even Simba was like, oh my. It's the first
Oh
time I've
my
ever
God.
been with an adult lioness. Alright.
You can't really do much with a meerkat and a boar. So,
And from the looks of it, they're the only people in that paradise. So he's like, oh, okay. But no. Nala just call him out. It's like, why don't you go back? It's like, you don't understand. There are things in my past. She's like, fuck the past. The kingdom is dying right now. What does the past have to do with it? He's like, no, again, you don't understand. It's like, alright, sad boy, I'm going to rescue the kingdom. It's like, oh, fine, be that way. And then we get Rafiki, and then Simba sees Mufasa's reflection, and then he gets the, I guess, cloud ghost of like, you have forgotten me. You have forgotten who you are and have forgotten me. Remember who you are. And then Rafiki's like, yeah,
strike me down.
Strike me down.
Mufasa's
Mufasa's like, I'm just a cloud now. I can't do shit. But he does teach a very important lesson of like, he smacks Simba in the face with a stick, and then he tries to smack him again. He's like, see what I mean? The past does hurt, but you can either learn from it or run from it. It's your choice. And then Simba's like, okay, and just starts running. Rafiki's like, what's your choice?
No, but yeah, like the entire time he just runs towards Pride Rock.
Yeah.
This part kind of gets blurry for me.
Yeah. Somehow Timon and Pumbaa catch up too. They're like, okay, I guess you're a team. And then we get the hula scene. The hula of like Timon's like, do I really have to be a distraction? Fine. And it's Pumbaa served up.
Oh
on a
yeah,
plate.
in front of the hyenas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Though with all like the gusto of like, alright, the past can't hurt me, one Scar's like, who's responsible for Mufasa's death? He starts gaslighting him again, and then Simba's like, it's me. Alright, murderer, you are guilty. He's like, I am guilty. You're like, the fuck? I thought you were Mr. I won't let the past hurt me.
A hint of gaslighting. Ah!
And then Simba falls and Scar's about to do the same thing. He's like, easy. Eat chicken dinner, easy. And he's like, alright, one more thing. You should know that I killed Mufasa. By the way, I don't know why Cloud Mufasa's like, by the way, son, your uncle killed me. So you should probably bring that up when you confront him.
Yeah. You could argue that it was all happening in Simba's head.
Yeah.
You know, trauma and all, but if it's really Mufasa's ghost coming like, hey,
Your uncle's a piece of
fuck
shit.
him up. Yeah, fuck him up. No, yeah, I don't know why. Like, Mufasa wasn't just like, hey, your uncle killed me.
Like, I didn't fall because I'm an idiot. I fell because my brother's a dick.
Or Mufasa's like, hey, it's a learning curve. He has to learn.
Yeah. The last
It's
battle,
not his fault.
the last battle is cool, but it proves, like, again, why did Scar think hyenas were better than lionesses or lions in general? Because they instantly start getting their asses kicked. Even by the Kung Fu version of Rafiki, you're like, Jesus Christ. Forgot how 90s this is.
It is very 90s. No, no, okay. Hyenas are, again, as I said, are very equipped to kill anything, especially when they're in, like, they have a lot of numbers. I don't know how the hyenas weren't able to, like, rip apart a baboon. And that's it.
Or Timon or Pumbaa. They're like,
Yeah.
I get
there should have been
lions.
some casualties taking back that throne.
Yeah. But no, again, it's a 90s kids movie, so there's only so much. We already saw poor Mufasa being, like, bludgeoned to death, so it's like, oh, okay. There's only so much kids can take in the 90s, I guess.
No, I guess.
Though the last battle between Scar and Simba feels like a bit too, like, it's like a quick time event of, like, just 1-2 punches, and you're like, alright, you're done. Like, oh, I was expecting more.
Yeah, he falls back down to the hyenas. The hyenas are like, we don't take orders from you, and just eats him. A little National Geographic fact. Hyenas start from the anus out, right?
Huh?
The hyenas start from the anus.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they start eating from the... Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
Poor Scar.
Scar's gonna have more scars than just that one scar.
And then we get the happy ending of, like, Simba becoming king, and then it ends with, I guess, the coronation of his daughter, Kiara. Is that her name?
I don't know. All I know is her emo boyfriend.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Kiara.
Who is her cousin.
Look, Simba and Nala came from the same cloth too, so it's fine.
Inbreeding.
Yeah, I mean, they're lions. There's only, like, one male for an entire pack.
Ew. That's why I like tigers. They like to live alone.
What would you rate the original Lion King?
2 out of 10 for the inbreeding. No, but it is a solid movie, and for sure it hits the hearts of, like, a lot of kids. And it did hit that home for me. I was more of a, again, Treasure Planet to Lilo and Stitch kind of kid. Those were the ones I rewatched a hell of a lot. Chicken Little, if y'all saw that.
I have had mixed feelings on Chicken Little. Like, I remember not liking it that much, but I need to rewatch it. It's been a lot.
Oh, you need to rewatch it. It's gold.
Alright.
Yeah. But, like, Lion King is hella good. The score's great. I love that Elton John had a hand in writing some of the songs. And, yeah, voice acting was great. I like Matthew Broderick. Like, I really do miss him being in, like, movies. I don't know. Again, I'm just not that connected to it, so to anyone who's biased on it, for sure they're going to give it an amazing score. But I will be fair, this is a really good movie. It's a fun movie. And I say, if you want to show this movie to your future child, go nuts, donuts. Maybe cover her or his eyes once, Mufasa falls into the stampede. I don't know. Also, cover her eyes in the fuck me eyes scene,
Hey man, we don't kink
But yeah.
here. Like, if that's where you start, that's where you start, I guess.
No! When your child is old enough, that's when they could explore. Enzo, how dare you? You're a bad influence. How dare you be open? No, but yeah, I'm giving it this 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
I'm giving it 8.5 because I'm not that connected to it. It didn't really stick with me. But that is my own opinion. If it's a 10 out of 10 for you, lucky you. You saw something that I couldn't.
Okay. I'll give this a 9 out of 10. Like, again, like, the characters and the story stuff is just great. Like, this is my introduction to James Earl Jones before I ever knew who Darth Vader was. And the rest of the voice acting and singing is pretty amazing. Like, this, even though I'm giving this a 9 out of 10, like, this used to be my favorite animated movie. And then I started watching Princess Mononoke. I was like, damn, that is pretty good.
Yeah, you see a guy, like, lose his arm in, like, the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, you're like, damn, Japan, you're another level. But yeah, for The Lion King, 9 out of 10. Like, again, there's not much to be said that's new. Like, oh, did you know Mufasa secretly a tiger in disguise? No.
Did you see the word sex in the sky when they were making love? You remember that shit?
Yes.
Oh.
But yeah, it's a pretty good movie, and we'll be revisiting the Disney Renaissance pretty soon. But like this month, we'll be doing another animated trio for the release of The Little Mermaid. Not Disney though, because I said this month or like 2 months ago that we're continuing a certain lineup involving a panda, ogre, and a boy who trains dragon, and now we're going to move up to the platinum level of those movies. So if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But that's been our video for the Lion King, the original Lion King. What are your guys' thoughts and opinions? What's your opinion on the 2019 version of Lion King? Is it dog shit? Yes, it is.
Just watch National Geographic. God.
Yeah. Watch any David
If it's
Attenborough.
still a thing. Yeah, watch David Attenborough.
Yeah. But if you want to see more of us here, please like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on Spotify and TikTok. TikTok to see our best and funniest moments. Spotify to hear us on the go. Individually, you can find me at Delphus1995 on Twitter. How about you?
You can find me at JohnGUM_ on Instagram. It is my art account.
And we'll see you on the next lineup we have. Or one what all cut up, final cut, trophy room, whatever's next. But yeah, sorry. It's 7 a.m. But yeah, bye.